dice. I don't follow trends.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Quickly to the air is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. They go play action with Wilson. Throwing left sideline complete. That's Wilson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll run with Hall. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Ball again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, it's one thing to complete the first pass of the year, but to complete your first deep ball, that's got to feel great for him right now because he's worked on that the entire offseason as well. But to see it downfield, your guy catching it, you know he feels great.
Uncork the arm a little bit, get the cobwebs dusted off. Now he's ready to roll. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second and 7, Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again is Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Jackson's throw here taken in by Isabella.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Ravens take over first down again at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This is caught. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
You gotta make a move. You gotta make it happen.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it.
This is intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Ravens take over first down again at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go play action now. Jackson looking deep downfield.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They find some open field here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Play action. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Here's Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over first down again at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 22 chip over, 22 chip over. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. It's David Ojabo there for the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
They go play action now. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to run with Hall.
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the 2nd half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Oh, we're ready.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Running left, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
On third down, Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On the counter, it's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but he's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
On second down, Swift. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
That's good for the Baltimore Ravens. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, middle.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the Jets are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 47 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. And now here is another interception. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Once again, it's Swift.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell...
You gotta choose.